Hello, hello, my beautiful friends. So today we are talking about spiritual awakening or getting that sense of clarity. And it was on my mind because I read someone's post who has had an awakening. She's had this big aha moment and now can't settle back into her family. She's having a difficult time. And I was contemplating that this morning. Spirit just kind of put it in my mind and my heart. And I went back to A Thousand Names for Joy by Byron Katie. And when I opened it randomly, it was on this exact topic, which tells me that this is a good one for us to explore on this beautiful Wednesday morning, afternoon, or evening, or whenever you're joining me. And this is one of the biggest fears that so many women have, that when we begin to evolve, when we begin to get back in touch with our essential self, when we find our joy, that our families and our partners won't come along with us. Isn't that true? And so what happens is that we try and initiate them into what we're doing. We want them to do it the same way that we're doing it. And we want them to go to the spiritual center and to meditate with us and to go for hikes and do all of these things. And that's not for them. That's not how they express their spirituality. And so it causes a lot of conflict actually in relationships. And Byron Katie, in her book, she says that when she got a little bit of clarity, her husband, Paul, her now ex-husband, would yell at her. He wasn't happy with the change. He would just wail through the house. Who are you? Where's the woman I married? What did you do with her? And she said, I stopped existing for him. And I think that, like I said, this is a big issue for a lot of women. This is what we're afraid of. And so Spirit's speaking to me right now. This actually doesn't happen all of the time. That the majority of the time, if you have a strong intention to be in relationship, that the person in your life, it will entrain to your level of consciousness. I've seen it happen again and again. And the secret is don't push them to do it your way. You have to learn to stay in your energy and be patient with them, because you are different now that you've had this awakening and awareness. And I remember my now ex-husband, now that I'm talking about this, it sounds paradoxical, but I have something else I want to share with you. When I was doing spiritual practice before he met me, so I was like all into the woo for a long, long time before we got together. And we got together, and then over the course of our marriage, I fell into a role and I fell asleep. You know what I'm saying? I lost connection with myself, and I started to do things more for the family than doing for myself. The culture says that that's how a woman should live. But as a result, I lost connection with myself. And so I had a reawakening. Yes, take a deep breath. Sigh it out. So I had this reawakening. And when I did, I started, going out and networking. I started a business and I was doing all this stuff. And he said, this is not what I signed up for. It was exactly what she's talking about. Now, here's the plus side of this. To me, in my situation, this was an opportunity for the relationship to evolve, that's what it did. So relationships don't always end, they evolve. And so it's really up to you to be patient and to stay long enough so that you can decide if this relationship is evolving, where is it evolving to? And this is where you lean into your spiritual practice. Yes? I know, it's good stuff. So this is where you lean into the wisdom woman within you, to the knower within you, to the lover of your soul, to your source, and you lean into that and stop trying to fix and change and convince the people in your life, because in the meantime, you're causing yourself and you're causing the other person more pain. Yes, more pain. And so I'm sharing this with you because I am knowing that you are having an awakening. And I think that's why Spirit is like, yes, we need to talk about this today. I am knowing that you are having an awakening. And don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of your awakening. Move with the awakening. Move with the energy of the awakening. Know that your awakening to yourself actually is going to serve everyone's highest good, even if it doesn't look exactly how you thought it was going to look. And that's the part of letting go. Yes, we have to let go of the outcome. So we declare our word, but then we let go of how it's going to look in the end. We have to know that there's something bigger that's happening, that's moving through us. And Spirit is saying you can't put yourself back into the cocoon. Once you've been touched, you can't put yourself back into the cocoon. You can maybe fall asleep for a while like I did, but eventually you're going to wake back up. And then when you wake back up later, it's even harder. I got to tell you, it would have been better to address it a long time ago, but we do what we can. So that is our message of hope. Okay, that's our message of hope, that the lover of your soul is with you, that the universe is with you, and that in the end, it's all working out in everyone's favor, even if it doesn't seem like it at the time. Even if it doesn't seem like it at the time. Yes? Yes, it's good stuff, right? I know. Let's give ourselves a high five. High five. All right. So I want to just finish this one section, and then we'll do a breath work and release. She says, if criticism hurts you, that means you're defending against it. Your body will let you know very clearly when you're feeling hurt or defensive. If you don't pay attention, the feeling rises and becomes anger and attack in the form of defense or justification. So this is when we're trying to change, right? Trying to change. It's like, come on board with me. And when they're asking you, or maybe they don't understand what's going on with you, you feel defensive and you need to justify it. It's not right or wrong. It just isn't intelligent. And this is why I love Byron Katie. It's just not going to get you what you want, right? You're not going to convince the other person through argument and self-defense and being defensive and being judgmental to come to your side of thinking. And Spirit's speaking to me right now. You live your truth. You live your truth, and the people who are meant to stay in your life, including your partner, will entrain to your level of consciousness, and they don't have to do meditation the way that you do it. They don't have to watch us connecting on Facebook. They will find their own way. I have seen this happen over and over and over again. And like I tell my daughter, that the happy part of our story, even though her dad and I are no longer married, is that we're still family. We're still family. We're still functioning. We're still co-parenting. It doesn't look like how we thought it was going to look 20 years ago, but it is so good. So good. So you have a lot to look forward to. Okay, so that's our message. More message of hope. Let's do our clearing. So feet flat on the floor, eyes closed, chin tilted slightly down. And when we tilt the chin down, we're elongating the spine. So you elongate your spine, and that's where that energy center is, that energy center that runs through the body and runs through the spine. So let's take 3 ha breaths together. So inhaling and exhaling. Oh, that feels so good. Inhaling and exhaling. And one more time, inhaling and exhaling. And imagining that beautiful light heavens right into the crown of the head, and the light moves down the length of your spine to the bottoms of your feet. And the light fills you up. This light from heaven fills you up. You are so filled with light that it spills out all around you, so that the light is in you, it's moving through you, and it's all around you. Beautiful. And so you can lean into that light, lean into that love, lean into the love of your source. And this is what we are knowing. We are knowing grace and ease in our lives. We are letting go of the things that we can't control, the people that we can't control, We're just letting go of that need, and we're just going to rest in the light, rest in the knowing that spirit has our highest good in its mind. And that when we let go, then we allow spirit to work in our lives, in a way that lifts and raises everyone up. Raises us up as individuals, raises up the family, raises up the community. And so we are so blessed in this knowledge. We are blessed in our time together. We are blessed in the company that we keep. And we give thanks. Inhaling and exhaling. And we release our truth into the universal law, into the hands of the universal law, knowing that it is always acted upon. And so it is. Taking a nice, long, deep inhale, sigh it out, give yourself a hug. Give yourself another hug. That felt good. Didn't that feel good? So when I say spirit, source, universe, that's my term for all that is. You might want to drop the G word and use God, whatever feels good to you. It is that the creator, the lover of our souls. Anyways, I could go on, but I can't. I got my hat on. I got things to do, and I know you do too. So I will see you tomorrow for day 22 of our 30 days of wisdom. So dance it out, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.